welcome back to the Unraveling Soprano. I'm Heather, and this is my channel where I talk about all my makes from the week, whether that be knitting, sewing, crochet. We're going to get into a little gardening today too, and just like life stuff. So just going to jump into it with my project. I did not touch the crochet project this week. I didn't get a whole lot of knitting done at all this, or crafting done a lot. I got stuff done, just wasn't my project based. So what I finished, I finished the left side, and I think looks pretty good. I think it's going to block out really nicely. I'm also not wearing anything we made because everything's kind of in the wash right now, and it's just way too hot to wear knits. We're supposed to get a frost sometime tonight, but like my room is like boiling. So the left side done, back is done. The right side has been started. I have no idea. It's been a couple days since I've touched this. But this is as far as I've gotten. We're in the decreases. Those decreases are on the side because it's the right side. So pretty good so far. Not a hard pattern. It's just finding the time to do this. If I haven't already said, this is my wrap over cardigan. I'm knitting this in Knit Picks palette in Wheat Heather. The main set of needles I am knitting this up on is a size mystery 3.25, which may make me big on gauge, but we shall see. To this week has been crazy. Just a crazy week. New job is kicking my butt. And just finding that time to get to do the things that really matter to me outside of work has been, I've been doing stuff because I think it's really important to have I don't believe that you have a work self and you have a personal self. I mean, I think you can, but like I think that like you can't really shield your personal life entirely from what happens at work, and I don't think you can shield yourself entirely from your personal life at work. I just think you're just a person and you just do the things. So like I do feel like that the work stuff has bled into my personal time a lot more than I would have hoped, and I'm hoping this is a short-term thing. But I did get a lot of gardening done, so I actually am going to put in some clips of me gardening, so I'll put that in here. So this is my little garden that I've been working on. Let me go down here. We got some romaine that something's been eating. You can see something's been getting to it. I'll pluck that. I got these little baby ones that I grew from seed, but I think they've gotten a little sun bleached. This is supposed to be arugula that just never did anything. I don't know what you are. What are you? What are you? Well, you're gone. Got my spinach. Again, these were plants I bought. They're actually doing okay. Again, who's been eating my spinach? Got one red leaf lettuce that no one seems to be interested in right now, which, okay. This is my broccoli and my cauliflower, and these are Brussels sprouts. Over here, just ignore the mess that is my back garden. Oh, look at you! My zucchini is doing something. These are supposed to be tomato plants that just, I think that they got washed away. But I got one zucchini going. It's going strong. Wait. Tomato? Are you a tomato? Not actually, you know what? It would help if I actually focus on. Are you a tomato? I don't know. So maybe I have one tomato plant. And then it's such a mess back here. Sorry. I have over here my black raspberry, which is doing pretty good. What are you? What is that? Just a random leaf. Okay, so that's what I got going on in the garden in the back. I got more stuff in the front, but actually, yeah, probably help if you saw my face, but I don't really want to flip this around. So that's what I have as far as gardening updates. So yeah, that was my little gardening update. I'm really proud of what's going on so far outside. Most of those plants I bought from Starts, but the Starts are doing their thing, and that's as far as things that are bringing me joy. The fact that my garden hasn't completely, like the bugs are kind of getting to it. I need to put some frost cloth down to protect it from the protect it from the bugs. But it's doing much better than I thought it would. So that is a huge win. I'm really impressed with the black raspberry. Hopefully I showed you the black raspberry bush. It's coming up, so that's exciting. I also have a blueberry bush and some potatoes in the front, but I didn't really want to walk up there on that part of the property. So maybe I'll give you more if you like the gardening content. Maybe I'll give you some more gardening content. It's not big because I'm not doing a whole lot, but it's fun. And other thing I wanted to kind of, this is a very different type of podcast knitting. It's less of a knitting podcast and more of a vlog this week. So the next thing I wanted to show is I'm starting to teach one of my boy students a brand new song, and I kind of wanted to go through the very beginning process. So I'm teaching them a song by Handel. It's from an opera. I think it's from Ronaldo. Don't quote me on that. But it's not a song I would normally have learned because it's for a mezzo, and we're actually doing it in a different key than it's written in. Because I think it's going to fit the person better, and also because, like, it's not going to be an audition piece for them. When you're auditioning, you want to keep things in the original keys when you're doing opera stuff. But anyways, so I have some clips of me messing around with that, so you can see that. So that's going to go in here. So part of what I need to get done for the week while I'm preparing for my voice lessons is I have to learn their music. So I don't know if there's a good way for me to show you. I'm working on Lasciai Ch'io Pianga by Handel with one of my students. Sorry if the video quality is not great. So I'm going to be practicing that. We're doing this in a different key than it's written in. You don't usually do that with opera arias, but I think it's fine. I won't tell anyone if you don't. But then I'm just gonna run through. Oh, it's gonna look great. But we're gonna get some. I have not warmed up, but I haven't played this. And please forgive the sweaters drying in the background and the random light. We're just going with it. This is in C. I'm not going to do this on the Italian because nobody needs to hear this. 1, 2, 3. Dee 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 dee. Is that right? Alright, so now I'm going to do it on La with some chords. See if this works. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. right, so I do that 1,000 more times until I know it really, really, really well, and then I teach it. So that's just a little bit of what I do as a voice teacher. All right, bye. So yeah, I just kind of want to wrap up. Hopefully you enjoyed that, like, just kind of break from normal everyday content. I didn't have a whole lot of knitting to show, so I wanted to show the other things that I have been kind of working on in my personal life. And like, I think it's normal for summer to kind of, your knitting is winding down, and your sewing is kind of, if you're sewing, you kind of maybe sew more in the summer. Sewing summer garments is just super fast. So I might do that, start up some projects. I need to finish the projects that I have. This is my problem. I jump from thing to thing to thing, and I just need to work on the things that I have. But there are other parts of my life that are not knitting or crochet related that are important to me that I have to kind of carve out time. So it was kind of really good to film that because it forced me to do it. Like I knew I was going to film this today, and I was like, oh, I have to actually also learn this song. And I was like, well, I know I really want to film, so why don't I just combine them, kind of showcase a little bit of what I do. And it's not like me running through that song, not perfect. Normally I'd warm up, normally I'd spend some time playing through it a little bit more than just jumping right in, because that's what you're supposed to do. But I don't know how good content that is. So I will go back later and work on it some more, finish the song. But I thought it might be interesting for you all to see what it goes in, like what the beginning parts of learning a song look like. And voice teachers pretty much should learn every song they're going to teach. They might not need to, they don't have to sing it as well as their students, but they do kind of have to know what's going on. So, yeah, like that's an important part of it. As far as things that are bringing me joy, oh, first, what am I reading? I'm still reading Scarlet Letter. It's going well. Still reading the octopus book, Remarkably Bright Creatures. That's really good. I'm not through it yet because I've just been watching more YouTube than listening to books. So I need to get back into listening to the books. But they're both pretty good so far. And things that bring my joy. Learning new music brings me joy. I love Handel. I love the early stuff. I don't sing a lot of it because I'm not big on ornamentation when I sing. Like, I think that everything I've shown here has been early stuff, mostly because, like, I know I'm not going to get a copyright strike on something that's, like, several hundred years old. But I don't sing a whole lot of early stuff. Because it's not necessarily my voice isn't suited for it. It's just there's a lot of ornamentation, and I used to be a coloratura soprano, and I think that if you don't know what a coloratura soprano is, you sing a lot of the high twiddly bits. Like, you sing really, really high, sometimes really, really fast. You sing lots and lots of notes, and that is just not it for me. I'm just not. I mean, my voice does it. I just don't like to do it. Like, every once in a while, there'll be a piece I'm like, yeah, this is worth it. Like, there's a aria from La Sonnambula, which is The Sleepwalker. It's by Bellini. And it's called A Non Credea. That song I think is worth it. It's a two-parter where there's like a really very slow, but like has some twiddly bits. Super gorgeous. I can sing that. Love that song. Then it's got a part two that's really high and fast. I'm like, I just can't be bothered with that part. So I'm more drawn to the slower than like the high twiddly bits. And early music has a lot. I mean, there's a lot of variety in early music, but most of the stuff that I would sing would be a lot of notes, and I just can't be bothered. And it's just because it just kind of gets like, it just doesn't feel good after a while. So, but it's really nice to go back to it after not doing it, because I sang a lot of that. Everybody sings a lot of that stuff in undergrad. Like, you'll sing at least like 2 or 3 pieces that are like that. And in graduate school, you usually sing something like that. But it's nice to get back to it, and it's nice to brush up on my Italian. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Other things that are bringing me joy, my walks, my daily walks. I've been trying to really prioritize those, and that's been really great. Seeing my garden, as I've talked today, seeing my garden grow has been really fun. I think that might be it for this week. Yeah. So hopefully you're doing this work-life balancing a lot better than I am, and you have lots of time to do all the things that you want to do. And until I see you next time, happy knitting, gardening, singing, whatever you're doing. I hope you have a great week, and see you later. Bye.